What's going down? It's the grunge trap guy, Kaddy Kobain, all the way in Atlanta, and you're rocking with the best of the best of the best, the industry's most wanted, with TampaMystic. Holla at your boy.
Whoa, y'all know what time it is. Yeah, so Kaddy Kobain, Bleach was shit left and right, day and night. Hello, nice to meet ya. I'm the black.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and where are we at?
Industries.
Big Industries most wanted, not the little one.
Wanted.
Not the little one. Tell them, Kaddy Kobain.
What's the big one
Man,
now? It's the big one.
It's so good to see you, bro.
Same.
One thing I can say about you is you always have such good energy and positive vibes, and I commend you for that. We live in a crazy world, and you're out here spreading love and good energy, so shout out to you, bro.
Thank you so much. I actually tried to be negative once.
It didn't work out for you?
Shit just doesn't work
because I'm going to tell you why. We're going to stop. When you try something, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to just be intentional and do it. You try to be negative, it didn't work because that wasn't for you.
Yeah. And people notice. They're like, oh my God, are you okay? I remember one time I was at the bar and like I was at Brew House and everybody knows me at Brew House, and they're like, I was just not on that day. I was just off, and everyone's like, "You okay? Are you sick? Or did someone die?" And I was like, "No, I'm just mad right now." and like it was just like complete silence throughout the bar. It almost was like somebody died. And I died.
And you feel better when you spread that positive energy, man. Yeah. It makes a big difference in your day. But go ahead and give us that official introduction, because you do a lot besides being a music artist.
Yes. What is going on? It's your boy Kaddy Kobain, the grungiest, trappingest, the guy that you've ever met in your life. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, soon to be podcast guy, soon to be TV personality guy, but we'll get to that later though.
100%, man. Take us back to growing up in your city in Lafayette. What was that like for you?
Lafayette was crazy, and it still is, but it's actually getting better now. They're cleaning it up, but then there's also, there's still a lot of racial tension, and dealing with this, new election, it's only getting worse.
Man.
I just got back last night. I went to go see my son. His birthday was on Halloween. Okay. And I couldn't be there.
Happy birthday to him. Yes, he's so handsome too, by the way.
Happy birthday, Kason. He is the most handsomest
kid ever. He is.
Like, I can't even almost believe it's mine. Like,
I mean, look who his dad is.
But then he'll like do things and he'll remind me. He's like, the other day he was like, Dad, what's that candy, that candy bar that you don't like? And I was like, Almond Joys, because they're gross.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to come for you now. Is it the almond or the joy?
It's the joy. It's the joy. The joy is not joying for me.
So safe to say you don't like mounds either.
I don't like mounds either. I threw up the first time I ate it. I snuck. I'll never forget this. It was Christmas time. I was probably like 4 or 5, maybe 6. And I was just being bad, and I was like, I need to get into this Christmas sock and get something out of there because I want it. And that was the thing that was in there.
That's what you get.
And that's what I got. I got it. I got an Almond Joy. Like, it was terrible.
That is hilarious.
But he also doesn't like them. He's like, I don't like them either. And he's like, we're the same. He's like, I know you're my dad off of that. Like, nothing else. He's like, you're my dad because you don't eat Almond Joy.
That is hilarious.
I loved it.
What kind do you like?
I'm a Reeses guy.
Me too. That's my favorite.
Reeses and Kit Kats. Oh, man. My God, I'm good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate mounds and stuff. It's so funny because I don't like coconut really any other way.
Really?
Except for in that, I think it's the chocolate that kind of, for me, enhances a little bit.
Like gives you the...
But Reese's is my #1 go-to.
It's the ultimate.
It's the ultimate.
The ultimate candy, y'all. Get Reese's. Endorse me, Reese's.
No, endorse us. We need a big one right here.
We need to get a big ass Reese's right here
with the logo on it.
The industry's most Reese's right here. That's what will change the podcast.
Never
too.
thought about that. That could be a spinoff.
It's totally a spinoff.
So you've been taking music like on a professional level for about 6 years now.
Yes.
Talk to us about, how you got started with music and why 6 years ago you decided this is the time for me to take it serious.
Well, I've been doing it since I was 17. The first person I opened up for was Too Short at the Long Center.
That is dope.
When I was like 18, 17 years, or I was 17. And, I always wanted to be in it. Like, I didn't even care how high I went up. I just wanted to be in the shit. Like,
yes.
This is what I wanted. And, I went through a couple things, went to prison, got out, and then I had my son. Like, I was doing it still, but then I had my son, and I was like, man, I can't be that guy that just like works a regular job, and not teaches his son to like go for what they want to do.
Yeah,
because I don't want to be that person that's like, I've been working 50 years for you to do what you want. It's like, no, I want to show you that I can do what I want and get paid, and then you can do the same, and then I'll have enough money for you to just have that start.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Or any of my, like, if I have any more kids, like, that's what I want them to know. Or any of my nieces or nephews, which I have plenty, just because I inherit them from other friends, because my friends become my brothers and my sisters, and their kids become my, nieces or nephews, and I want them to know that they can do the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't just for me, and
it's bigger than you.
It's bigger than me. It's bigger than all of us.
Yes.
Love is bigger than all of us.
All of us.
So, I went down a real path, like, just, I don't know how it happened. I was just like homeless for like a year. Like, I was just couch surfing, and then I was just like, not having a home. And my brother, shout out to my brother Rachi, he was just like, you need to come to Atlanta. You need to just take a chance. You're already fucked up there. You just need to come on down.
Fresh start.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just take a chance on yourself.
Yeah.
And I thought about it for like 2 months, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go. And I had $200 and a bag of clothes, and got on the mega bus and spent most of that money that night in EAV. So I had like $25 left the next day.
Wow.
But I still had the bag of clothes, so that was good.
You know what, though? I appreciate your transparency and you being honest, because people need to hear that. Instagram and TikTok is really like a highlight reel of most people's lives. Honestly, the only time you see homelessness and stuff is when people go out and document that they're feeding the homeless or they're giving clothes to the homeless. And I'm not saying don't document it, but also don't make a spectacle out of it.
There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
Fact. Some people do it just for likes and views.
Some people were like, okay, we get it.
Exactly.
You're trying to do this,
But I love your transparency during conversations like this, because a lot of people are going through that type of thing right now. It's hard out here.
For sure.
It's rough out here.
You actually shout out to my boy Jay Kane.
Shout out to Jay Kane, man.
Shout out to Jay Kane. Me and him bonded over that because he was in the same position in Milwaukee, like us being from the Midwest, being homeless, not knowing if what we were doing was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it's not in the norm. And we all, this guy over here, me, we're not normal people.
No, that's fair. I'm an alien.
We just have to, I'm gone. Like, I'm very delusional. I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm insane, but that's okay because it takes somebody that's crazy, delusional, insane to make some of the biggest things that you've ever seen, That
is facts. And it's like, not at all to get on the politics subject, but I think that's why a lot of people do love Trump, is because he's so outside the box. He's a businessman. He don't think like a lot of normal people think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
there is a way, there's a way to be transparent on both sides.
Facts.
Because I'm all about the business, and I think that's something that the music business as a whole has taught me.
Yes.
Because I've seen both sides.
Right.
I've seen that Trump side and I've seen that Kamala side. You know what I mean? Like, where it's like, the love and, flowers and, butterflies and like that. And then there's business, darkness, countless sleepless nights.
Yes.
And, you have to find a way to really kind of put them both together and make them one. Because, nothing is made without humans.
Listen, and
But nothing's made without money either. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put two and two together.
100%, and you nailed it. We're all humans, even though I claim I'm an alien. And
I'm in human skin at least.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
I have a
saying?
shirt with
I gotta blend in.
that says this is my alien, my human costume.
I remember that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we have to give ourselves grace. We have to, because none of us are perfect. We're perfectly imperfect.
Yes.
And we have to give ourselves grace, and a lot of times we're too hard on ourselves. And I'm an overthinker.
Really?
Bro, I'm so...
I think I said this last time because you said you were an overthinker, and I was like, how do you overthink?
I'm very calculated.
You make it look graceful, though. You make it just look like...
Because it happens at night when I'm laying in the bed and I can't fall asleep. I'm thinking about a million scenarios.
Me. That's totally me. And I've read in a book that was fine because I think it was The Secret.
Yes,
because it's
that's
like
a great book.
Yeah, I love that book. But I lost it somewhere.
Me too. We need to buy another copy.
I need to get another copy. But it said that when you think about things that have happened to you, and then you think about other scenarios. like alternate scenarios, it's a good thing for your brain. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, this is what's going to happen next time.
And I think it keeps you sharp too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Keeps you sharp. Listen. As we age, our brain is like a muscle. We have to exercise it. And I think that comes from, just thinking about, like you said, different scenarios and stuff.
No doubt.
Listen, one thing about life is we all going to check out at some point in time. Try to extend your life as long as possible.
That's true.
100%.
Rest in peace to Quincy Jones, man.
Man, we lost a great one. Phenomenal.
But I think he did his work. He did it all.
He was in his 90s.
He did it all.
Yes.
He literally did it all.
He lived his purpose.
Have you seen the documentary on Netflix?
I haven't. I got to check it out.
You'll cry. I don't even want to watch it again.
See, now it's like, but I'm so emotional.
I am too. When it comes to music, I get real emotional. I get real emotional watching music documentaries, man. Oh my God. I had to watch the Amy Winehouse documentary in like 2-3 parts.
Wow.
I think I still have like 30 minutes left. And even the video or the movie that just came out, Back to Black, it's probably gonna be my next tattoo. Yeah. It's gonna be the tattoo that she had on her right arm, but it's gonna be her instead of her grandma. It's gonna be awesome.
That's dope. It's because you're passionate about it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, even though their journey's not your journey, you can relate to it because you're in the same industry as them and you're passionate about your music.
I'm in the human industry.
Yeah.
I'm in the get humans industry. I think that's why I'm an alien.
Yes.
I'm abducting humans with my music.
I love it. I love it. Now that did you see recently they were talking about how they found this ginormous, huge ocean on Mars that they said is from billions of years ago? It was a Chinese, what are those, a rover. From China.
Yeah.
They discovered a huge ocean. And I'm like, you can't tell me that there wasn't life there. Or maybe still is.
Totally life there.
It's very selfish of us to say there's not.
Oh, yeah. Very. Like, we're the only ones, guys.
It's only us.
It's only us out here. It's so hard out here for a human. It's craziness.
Let's talk about a few of your accolades. Man, you got to open up for the one and only Teddy Swims, which...
Yeah. Shout out to my brother Jayden, man.
Shout out
to you, Jayden.
I get chills just thinking about his music because he's such a phenomenal person and artist. And man, what was that experience?
He's just a beautiful guy.
Yeah.
I honestly, it kind of makes me tear up because I love this guy, and I loved him before he even acknowledged me because of what he was doing. He was doing covers, which was kind of what I was doing, but in a different way. But the way he was doing what he was doing, there was not really an agenda. Yeah. His only agenda was for truly to make the people around him proud, and this is something that, Method Man had said, like, make the best stuff for your friends. Like, don't worry about what's going on with, you know, how to make the most money or how to get the Grammys or how to do any of this. He's just like having fun, doing what he wants to do. And he's doing it with his friends, you know, Addy and Jamps and Grizz and, you know, Dre, like, and even Luke and Kurt, like his whole team is literally his friends that he grew up in. And they've all come together to make this beautiful situation happen. And I think I knew that's who he was when we first met. When we first met, he had just did Shaky Knees. And there was like an after party, which was really just at somebody's house. He was just like trying to get away, you know, doing some family stuff. And shout out to my brother Chris Link. He brought me into the fold. He was like, "Hey, you want to go to this Teddy Swims after party?" I was like, and I was honestly drunk AF from the night before, but I still went. And I looked at my wife. I was like, "You know, I'm going."
Of course, gotta be there because you got to position yourself in the same room.
I was like, "Babe, I've been talking about Teddy Swims for like 3 years."
Yeah,
and it's just crazy. And you know, I told him a couple of stories, and we just became brothers. Like, man. You know, when you find family members that you knew that you needed, or you wanted around, and now you have them. It's just, and I don't think of him as like, I mean, obviously he is one of the greatest artists ever, but it's my brother, man. Like I text him all the time just to see if he's all right. Like, I don't want anything from him, only his wellness and the love that he gives, and, you know, to see that. Like, my son, I haven't put it up, but my son actually opened up for him before I did.
What?
Or he was on stage with him before I was.
That is amazing.
Last year, we surprised him for his birthday with the Teddy show, because Teddy was playing in Indianapolis, and we were like, you know,
gotta go.
We'll surprise him, and Teddy brought him up on stage, and
so beautiful. Sold
out show. Like, it was wild. It was wild to see. I was crying, like, just to see it. Like, he was in shock. Now he's, you know, getting booked for weddings and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it was amazing to be a part of the crowd at Kegsmas. His fans took to me like it was him. It was honestly kind of wild for me.
Yeah.
Because people were singing the songs, and I'm like, you guys get it. Like,
so amazing.
I'll never forget, there was one particular, there were a few. Fadia, and she's still a friend of mine right now. Okay. She was in the crowd. She had her hijab on, and she was just like in it. She was just it was just crazy. Like, she was just very standout. She was just up front. She was just so dialed in, and I just couldn't believe that my music, or the style of music that I was making, can reach all types of people, whether they're, you know, Palestinian, or whether they're, you know, white or Trump supporters or Kamala supporters. I'm like, this is crazy. But there was this other one that was like, I've looked, and it was like, she was probably in her mid-40s. It was a white woman. And she was like, I've looked for this sound my whole life.
Wow.
And I was like, that was the one that like took me. I was like, what are you talking about? And she came to see Teddy, obviously. I mean, but she was so into it, man. And it just led me to know that, like, I'm not doing this for no reason.
It's confirmation.
I'm like, this is the reason. Like, I'm bringing people together. I'm showing people that love is universal, and there is a language, and it's there, and I speak it, and, you know, and my intentions are well. I'm not trying to, you know, take over the world or nothing. I mean, not like that.
I get what you're saying with your music.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Well, to me, it just says it's just complete confirmation that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because on the Teddy subject, when I Lose Control came out, I learned the song word for word, and I would sing it when I'm in my car, and I'm like, you can't tell me that I don't sound just like him, but a female version. I be in there singing. And it's so dope because I hear that song in the nail salon when I'm getting my nails done. I hear it at the gym when I'm working out. I hear it everywhere. So shout out to Teddy. Congratulations, man.
Love you, brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
And I know I ain't met you, but I love you too. Like, I get chills just thinking about it.
Y'all two are going to be,
man.
he is so country. Y'all gonna be right
Two
there.
peas in a pod.
Him, Mama, Daddy Dimsdale, like everybody. It's such a beautiful thing. Like, I am family. Like, that's my family for real, and I just love being around them because we don't have any expectations. Love is all we expect.
Love is love.
Love is all we expect.
I love it.
You know. So
let's switch gears for just a moment. You had the opportunity to be a part of a study in college. Tell us about it.
Yes. So that was very surprising for me.
Tell us about this study.
It was wild because I never look at my emails. Well, I've started to after this.
Hold on. You gotta give him the side eye. Check your emails.
Check y'all emails, man. But this is the email that I was like, all right, I seriously need to start looking at my emails because it was from this professor. I gotta remember his name, but it was a college in Ohio, and it was like I think he was a sociology major or something, and he had heard my version of Smells Like Teen Spirit because I think he was doing a study on Nirvana and like the alternative like the grunge era and how it's still bleeding through, you know, the fabric of music as we know it. And he was like wowed about it, and he was just like, this is crazy, I can't believe that this is real, I can't believe you're real. What made you start doing this? And I was like, and he wanted to interview me, and he played my music. He played the video, which shout out to my brother Tarek right here. He's over here. He was the one who shot it. Okay. And it was just like, what is going on? But it was amazing to even be considered. Like, I didn't even know if it was gonna go through. It was just like, you know, responded to the thing, and then he like sent me all the stuff and some of the reactions from the students, and I was just like, wow, like this is major. like it's small. It's not like, you know. No, it is major. I'm at the University of Georgia, but it's big because I'm like, I never thought anybody would want to study me or what my mind process was when doing this.
Exactly, especially for him to reach out to you the way he did. That's so organic. Those are the type of moments that are priceless.
Yeah. And like just having that one like go-to fan, like this guy's a fan. He's like, I'm putting my friends on this. I'm telling my students about this. I'm telling them that I talked to you on the emails, and I'm like, that is so dope. It's amazing to just be good enough. You know, sometimes you don't think you are, right. And then, you know, sometimes you think you are, and then it just goes back and forth. But when you have like situations like that, and you know, being able to open up for, you know, one of the biggest artists in the world, and, you know, just having, it doesn't even matter. I just did a show, actually. I did a surprise performance in my hometown recently, and just did a couple of songs. Yeah. You know, no one there. I mean, a few people knew me. Some of the fam pulled up. Mom pulled up, sister pulled up, but other than that, like, not too many people had heard my new me. Yeah. They had never heard me sing. They probably heard me rap, you know, back in the day, and they're like, man, you've been doing this for a long time. And the way that those people looked at me while I was performing was just, it was so crazy. I just felt so loved by people that didn't know me the day before.
Man.
You know what I mean? I was getting so many friend requests on Facebook and Instagram. There was like, I seen that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to be able to do that is beautiful. You know, I think that's the biggest reward is the human interaction of like, you're good.
When you can tap into that human element with people, that's where you're going to develop, and you know this, your most organic fan base because they feel like they know you. Kind of like you did with Teddy before you got to meet him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you felt like that was your brother before you guys met, and you knew when the moment you did meet, that bond was instantly going to be there. That's what you're doing with your fans and your followers. You're having that type of impact on them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yesterday I got a message from my big sister, and she was like, I could be having the worst day, and all I got to do is look on one of your pages and my attitude changes.
I love that.
And that's crazy.
I love
you know
that.
what I mean? That my work is making your work less worky. You know, and
That's a nice word. Less worky.
Less worky.
Let's talk about the People I Know podcast.
All right, so this is a very new development that'll be coming out next year.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. And I came up with the concept because the people that I've met in my journey, like, though they have certain titles, the backstory is just unreal. Like my buddy or my big brother Umberto, he's the owner of my favorite pub where I watch all my Liverpool matches and basically any other night. Brew House. He's part owner of that place.
Where is it located?
It's located in Little Five Points.
Okay.
If you're ever in Little Five Points, you'll probably see me there. But he, before he owned it, I used to talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
And he told me the story because I was like, how did you even get to this point of like, you know, this? And he told me the story, and I'm probably going to chop it up, but we'll be able to get the story on the People I Know. And he was like, I was playing on the beach. I think it was in Mexico somewhere. And some lady or some person gave him some amount of money and was like, give me a margarita, thinking he was like
one of those.
Yeah. So he was like
selling drinks on the beach.
He's like, oh, I just got a bag from, you know, and it only costs X amount of dollars. So I just made this. So I'm going to just keep doing this now. And that's how he started. And then, you know, now he's an owner of a bar, and I think in Spain. He's got another one in Mexico, and then one here. So like, you know, to see but you looking at him, you wouldn't even know.
Right.
You wouldn't even know the story.
Man.
This guy, such a good guy. I mean, though he looks grumpy most of the time. I love you though. But he's such a good guy, good heart, good spirit, and you know, his wife Michelle, very good person, and the way that they met, and then they, you know, left for 17 or for a bunch of years, and then came back and then got married. It was crazy, you know, and it's the stories like that I was just like, I need to talk to the people I know.
Yes.
And the people I know are fucking awesome.
That's right.
You know, so, you know, I'm going to have you on the podcast.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? I need to get your backstory. This is it, y'all. I said it.
Facts.
This is the proposal.
Because I'm always on this side. I've been doing this almost 14 years, and I'm always the interviewer. I'm never the interviewee. Every now and again, but
I got questions in the closet for you.
Man, listen, and I'm very, very transparent, so feel free to pick my brain.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
So that's launching in 2025?
Yes.
Also in 2025, we got a tour coming. Tell us about it, bro. Tell us.
We got the tour coming, but it's not a tour. Well, I'm actually in 2 tour developments.
Okay.
One just came in. Me and my brother, Rockstar Marco. Shout out to Rockridge. Shout out to my brother. We're doing the Trap versus Rock tour, but I'm also doing the YNWA America tour, which is not a music tour per se. It's more of a, because I'm doing the show YNWA America, which is Anthony Bourdain-esque.
That's a webisode.
Yeah, it'll be a webisode. We'll be launching it on YouTube for now.
Okay.
No,
congratulations.
We've talked about pitching it. Actually, the first episode will be coming out at the end of this month.
I can't wait to watch it.
So, yeah, be watching out for that. I'm actually going to have like a premiere at the Brew House. So if you want to come on down to the 5
Yes.
and, do some stuff. I'm going to have like an all black attire. We're going to dress up, make
It's my
it real
favorite,
nice.
as you can tell, all
Yes,
black.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. But it's basically me going to different cities, tapping in with the Liverpool, the OLSCs or official Liverpool supporter clubs.
Yes.
And having a look around the town, see what makes them love the city or the town that they're in, and also what are the similarities in that and football? Because
Right.
it's not as much as it is YNWA, which is like the Liverpool slogan, "You never walk alone."
Yeah.
It's really, after doing the first episode, I did the first episode in Asheville before the hurricane, and then I went back after. But before, I went to a few places. They gave me so much love and so much attention. That wasn't even like football oriented.
Yeah.
I went to Mount Madres, shout out to Mount Madres, went to Tasty Diner, which is like one of the oldest diners in Asheville.
Yeah.
And the chef bought it and turned it into basically like a 4-star situation for the people that probably wouldn't go to a 4-star restaurant.
Understood. I love that concept.
You know what I mean?
Love it.
It's like a dive bar-esque, but the chef is just
4-star food.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's fire.
I had a banana bread. What was it? Banana bread French toast. It's like
That sounds amazing.
I didn't even know what I was getting into. I had they had they don't do chicken and waffles. They do chicken and pancakes with
Which I would prefer, I think.
I think it was rosemary butter. I was like, what?
Who does rosemary butter, man? That's
Tasty
a
Diner.
vibe.
Go to Tasty's, man.
Where
Go to
is that
Tasty
located
Diner.
at?
Tasty Diners in Asheville,
In
North
Asheville.
Carolina.
Okay. Man.
But then
Now I got to take a road trip.
Yeah, I mean it's only, I think it's 3. Is it 3 or 4 hours?
That's
I
not
can't
bad.
Remember. But I kind of implemented some football stuff in there and whatever, and then I went to Old London Road, which is the pub that they watch the games at, and
Yeah.
it's not necessarily a Liverpool bar. I think it's more Arsenal, maybe Man U. I think Man United. But they showed me so much love. I came in there. We had the cameras. We interviewed people. I became friends with a lot of the people there, and it was amazing. It really just led me to be like, okay, maybe I can just take a step back from, trying to shove the music down people's throats and give them my personality.
Yes.
So that's why I decided to do the YNWA tour. And we'll be going to places like Miami, Brooklyn, Austin, New Orleans, Chicago, I think somewhere in Ohio, Nashville, and some other places. It's 10 locations so far, or 10 cities so far, but I think it's gonna grow. I think it's gonna grow. So we're just taking small bites. But shout out to my brother Jason for going out there and filming it with me, and even my wife, she was doing the audio.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cass. And I just think it's going to be a good thing for me to just like be personable because people love my personality for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why.
But I think that is what, to me, in my opinion, whether you're an artist or a radio personality, whatever it is, it's your personality that people fall in love with.
Yeah, I learned that.
If you're an a-hole, but you got good music, chances are, as a person, I might listen to your music, but I ain't gonna want to deal with you in person. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And then it's just like, you know what? It's not even worth it. It's
exactly.
Like, I don't even want to do this.
They'll drain your energy. Yeah. Let's talk about jacking for Bleach.
Yeah. So you remember the first time I was here, I told you it was coming. Now it's officially
it's
out.
It's official here. Yeah.
Yes. Hosted by DJ Trapaholics. Shout out to Trapaholics.
Shout out Trapaholics, man.
Whole lot of real trap shit going on. It was amazing, you know, getting him on the project. I think it was most needed because like that was the trap part of it.
Yeah.
I was given the grunge part, and he put the trap part in. And I basically just, you know, did what I said I was going to do. Did a whole bunch of tracks, made them mine.
Yeah.
Even did the Waka Flocka, Oh Let's Do It. I recently just played it for him, and he responded very well.
Shout out to Waka. I love that dude.
Shout out to my brother Waka Flocka, man. And I also like kind of introduced two worlds to two worlds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I really feel like I bridged the gap in like lyrics because the lyrics were crazy. The beat selection that I picked was just, you know, phenomenal. And most of it I recorded myself actually.
I love that.
And didn't use a pen or pad. So I went really, really goo-wop on it because I felt very, what's the word? I felt safe.
Yeah.
I felt like, you know, I didn't have to give my energy to somebody who had no idea what it was, because that's mostly what I do is like I'll, you know, pay people money to record me, and then they're just like, well, I don't know what you're doing, but it's cool. You know, and I don't need that, you know. But the only one who wasn't, shout out to my brother TL, man. TL was always on my side. So, and he was one of the other engineers on this. But everything was just like almost serene doing this.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, I'm officially like on the Trapaholics list. Like I'm one of them now.
Man.
And I think it was always a childhood dream of mine. Because I grew up listening to that.
Check off the bucket list.
Yeah, I
got a Trapaholics mixtape.
Yeah, I got it now. You know what I mean? Might do another one, but you know, it was for me to take myself seriously, to really put myself out there and invest in my craft to the max.
Yes.
You know, and that's kind of why I did it. And you know, we even to the cover. You know, shout out to Aubrey for you know, shooting the cover. Shout out to Ava, Shayla, and Stephanie for being great models. You know, shout out to my boy Eli. Like there was so many hands in this project that were just so much needed to make I think one of the greatest mixtapes probably ever. Because it was just like, it was like that old school Wayne feel, like when he would just rip through other people's beats, and I did the same thing, but just was very, I don't know, like I was just in another place. Like I didn't think, I didn't, you know, erase and try to rewrite. I was just like, that sounds good. We're going on the next. That sounds good. I'm going on the next. So
where can people stream it at?
They can stream it any and everywhere. Jacking for Bleach is all over the place. Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, iHeart, wherever you want it to be, it is there. Oh, it's also on live mixtapes.
Okay.
It's on Audio Mac. It's on YouTube. It's wherever you want to be.
Gotta
like
cover the grounds. Yeah. Facts. People tend to forget that some of these platforms like SoundCloud, AudioMax, they still have an audience.
Yeah, you gotta get everybody.
Put it everywhere. What is the current single you're pushing right now?
So the current single I'm pushing is Jaquita. I don't know how it became so popular. I think it was just the Bad Bunny. Like everybody was like, "Oh, this is the Bad Bunny song," and then it wasn't. And they're like, "Oh," and like it was kind of like an introduction because like the first lines are like, "Hello, nice to meet you. I'm the Black Cobain. If you don't know, then I must teach you." You know what I mean? Like it's like there it is. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like an introduction to who I am as a person, and like, you know, it was a way for me to exercise my lyrical ability.
Yes.
So I was happy about it, and you know, I hope Bad Bunny doesn't hurt me. You know, I love you, man. You know, ni more corazón. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for you, man.
Is that the song we're going to be performing today?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So they're going to get a glimpse of that, definitely.
Yeah.
For people who want to keep up with Kaddy Kobain on social platforms, they want to follow your upcoming podcast, blah. Where can they follow you at, bro?
You can follow me at Kaddy Kobain. You can actually just Google me, Kaddy Kobain. I think I'm just Kaddy Kobain literally everywhere. I'm the real Kaddy Kobain on YouTube, and yeah.
He's Googleable, y'all.
I am Googleable. Y'all.
Who do you want to give thanks to, man, for just really supporting you?
I really want to give a shout out to my wife, man. She's, you know, she's been there from the jump, so it's crazy that, you know, we're here now. Shout out to my partner, Kat, you know, always putting her best foot forward to make sure that my best foot's forward. Shout out to my brother, Tarek, always got the camera on deck, always, you know, filming the scenes, always believing. He believed in me a long time ago, you know. Shout out to Brew House, that's my safe space. Shout out to Lil 5 Points, always. Y'all made me great. Shout out to Lafayette, Indiana. Y'all made me great. Grandma Margie, thank you for, you know, standing by me and sending me all that commissary money when I needed it and sending me those letters, because this is the result of you, you know, standing by me. Just, if you're in my life, you know, I want you to know this, and I'm going to look in the camera. I want you to know this, that you are the reason, you know, regardless of how small of a role you play, like, as long as you're in my life and you're supporting what I'm doing, like, you are the reason that I'm doing this, and you give me the strength and the ability to even keep carrying on, because there are days that I'm like, I can't do this, or, you know, I shouldn't be doing this, or doubting myself, and then I get that message from somebody that's just like, I, you know, just listen to, you know, this, and this song. It's so crazy. And then I'm like right back in that mode. So I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Of course, you know.
Thank you.
Every time I get into this, you know, I kind of want to make it just like anytime I drop something, I'm just gonna come here now.
I've got another artist that's been doing that, and I would love for us to do that. You know,
Yeah.
we'll talk offline about that, but that would be fire, because it almost builds, like some people say, that Boosie and Vlad. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Like I think it's important for people to be able to stay consistent, not just because, you know, it's the this route or that route. It's just like the route. Like,
Yes.
It's like, I want people to know that this person is also a part of my journey.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I stick with the same videographers. I have the same photographers.
Yes.
Like, you know, they're not missing. Why do I need to go to a different kitchen? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's why I do what I do, because I want to be a part of people's journeys.
Well, you keep doing what you do.
I
and
appreciate
I'm gonna keep doing
you.
what I do.
Got one last question for you. Where are we at?
Industries.
Big Industries Most Wanted, not the
We're
little
the best one, the biggest one.
Tell everybody
Tonight.
what makes Kaddy Kobain the Industry's Most Wanted.
I'm the industry's most wanted because the industry needs some love, they need some quality, and they need some goddamn grunge. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the one that's gonna give it to them every time. You know, ain't no worries about it. I got it in the bag, in the back pocket, got it in the car. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I got it. We got it. We got plenty of it. So that is why I'm the industry's most wanted, most needed. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Thank you for being here. We're about to get
Thank
into
you
this
for having
performance,
me.
though.
Always. And I'm about to shut it down.
We up
Y'all
out of
see
here,
it.
y'all.
We out of here.
Nice to meet ya. I'm the Black Kobain. If you don't know, then I must teach ya. Lungs on black and yellow, cause I'm smoking like Khalifa. I'm lit up like Vegeta. Got stripes like